How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back to get another review. A little bit of local boys making good, kind of good stuff in a style that is near and dear to my heart. So I'm super excited to dive into this in the form of Wallenpaupack Brewing's Paupack Cream Ale. Yeah. Goddamn cream ales, man. Cream ales rule the world. Anyway, Paupack Brewing, I've done a couple of their beers review-wise. I did their lager, which I was a big fan of. It was the first beer I reviewed for them even before they actually opened. I dug it, and it was like, I did call it the Oktoberfest Marzen. And then I just did, not too long ago, I did their Pilsner, which is kind of like the lager. Is very traditional in a sense, but it had this kind of slight new school sensibility. Nothing too heavy-handed. So we'll see how this one lands. This one comes courtesy of CJ over there at Paupack Brewing. Thank you very much, dude. It was actually cool. I was at work, and I was in a meeting, so I couldn't answer the phone. I came out, and he was like, "Hey, man, there's beer in your car," and there's my car in the middle of a snowstorm. Bunch of beers on top, so thank you very much, dude. Yeah, as far as what it says in the can, it says Paupack Brewing, the cream ale. It is 4.5% alcohol by volume. Has their address on here, Independent Craft Brewing in Dun. It was canned on 1/11/18. Today is the 16th, and on the bottom it says Dad Beer, because that's what cream ale is. Label-wise, it's cool. I dig it. It's plain to the point, very stylistic, but very minimal, kind of the way I kind of like stuff. I like all kinds of labels, to be perfectly honest with you, but the ones that I tend to come off a bit minimalistic usually do it for me more often than not. So yeah, cream ale, what are we looking for here? Super drinkability, maybe a little bit of kind of like a malt character to it, but there could be more. You know what I mean? It could be a matter of them kind of doing what they've done with beers in the past, whether it be that Oktoberfest Marzen they did, or the other lager that I had, which were very kind of old school in its core, but have a little bit of kind of new school sensibility to it. But what we had was about a pinky finger, just off white head, and left behind is a soft kind of golden color. Soft carbonation, washed out, kind of yellow looking, so it definitely looks the part of a cream ale. A little bit lighter than the stalwart of all cream ales, which would be the Jenny cream ale, but yeah, looks like a cream ale nonetheless. Could look like a couple different kind of beers, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's see what the nose has. Man, the malt character in this is really vibrant. You just get a big, nice, heaping helping of kind of like a very vibrant, not overly sweet, kind of pilsnery, kind of slightly crackery kind of malt. Yeah, I'm not getting a ton of bittering in there, but I think it's because that kind of malt character is kind of leading the way. It just smells crisp, refreshing, chuggable. It smells like dad beer. In a good way. I mean, some people's dad beer, a little bit kind of, I don't know. But it just smells like a quintessential kind of cream ale. But just dialed up a little bit again. And what I mean by that kind of new school sensibility, and that's what the Pilsner was. A Pilsner with a little bit more kind of hopping to it. But not to the point where it's kind of a totally different beer. Just enough to kind of give it a little bit of that kind of American kind of nudge. And that's what you have going on here. Cream ale wise, it's a little bit, I was going to associate it with this stuff, but I don't want to do that actually. I'm going to dive into it, drink it, see what she's got. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much follows the nose to a T. This is soft bittering there. Just enough to kind of bounce off that slightly bumped up kind of malt bill in there to kind of give it a little bit kind of more silky smooth kind of sweetness to it. It's delicious. There's really no flaws whatsoever in it. It's clean as crisp as could be. And it's what it's supposed to be. It's a cream ale. A lot of days you see a lot of breweries, they'll make a Kolsch, or they'll make a Pilsner, or any variants in between here of a beer, and they'll slap it on the label and be like, here's our Pilsner and here's our Kolsch, and that's not what it is. It ends up being some kind of like weird twisted amalgamation of what that used to be, or where they just put Pilsner malt in it instead of called it a Pilsner, but it's triple dry hop to this and that and the other thing, to where it doesn't even resemble the Pilsner. Same thing with lagers and Kolsch's and all that kind of stuff. This is a Pilsner. It's just kind of more kind of tightened on the edges and a little bit brighter than what you get from a lot of, like, again, the quintessential, whether it be like a Jenny cream ale kind of thing going on. It's a little bit more I know I said Pilsner there. It's me kind of brain farting, but it's more that kind of quintessentially kind of cream ale. I can't think of anything besides Jenny. I always kind of focus on that. But I've had a ton over the years. I've had small kind of cream ales, whether it be from Russian Duck Brewing, from smaller breweries, to other brewings offerings. And I've always kind of harkened back to the Jenny Cream kind of way of things when it comes to the cream ale. But this, it is what it is. It's super crusher, super summer beer, super winter beer, super dad beer. Just something you want to drink, when you're cooking dinner for 5 hours. If you're out and about doing things. I'm not even going to call it like a lawnmower beer. It's more of kind of anywhere kind of beer. And that's a good thing. And it's Wallenpaupack Brewing is what they are at the moment. And what I mean by that, they're doing some pretty fun things. They're doing, foeder conditioned saisons, and they're doing they have stuff in barrels there. They have, interesting different kind of takes on a bunch of different things. But their kind of heart and soul is in a more kind of traditional sense of beer. The head brewer, CJ, he actually comes from the Fegley's Trogs kind of beer tree, and that in and of itself will tell you a lot about where his mindset is at when it comes to beers. But at the same time, he's a young kid, super young. So, he's not going to rest on his laurels or just kind of do everything the way it's been written in 19 different books. Kind of venture out and want to do different things while at the same time having that kind of old school kind of sensibility to it. And I think that's a pretty good thing. You know what I mean? The more stable your core is when it comes to kind of stuff like this, when you get a little bit kind of wonky and weird, which you see from a lot of brewers out there nowadays doing stuff like that, whether it be, up there at at Cap Lawrence Brewing, or whether it be down at Industrial Arts but Cheap. There is more traditional sense kind of brewers kind of starting to do a bit more kind of kooky-madooky kind of stuff, and the beers tend to be like super tight, super well made, but also have that kind of new school bonkersness going there. So while this is more in the traditional sense, as have been a lot of the other beers I reviewed, they definitely have a little bit more of chutzpah. I've been using that word a lot lately. But also the stuff coming down the chute for those kind of breweries is kind of exciting. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better cream ales I've had as of late? Yes. And I kind of rest on my Jenny. Half my fridge is always full of Jenny cream ale, so it's up there with that, if not as good, if not better than Jenny Cream. So that has that going for it, which is nice. Value and availability, it was given to me, but it was, I think it's sub $10 a six-pack. I don't remember. Maybe somebody can chime in on that. Not brewery only. I know you can get a couple different places, so keep your eye out for it. But you have to be kind of in that northeast kind of Pennsylvania kind of footprint, pretty much from up there by Wallenpaupack down to the Lehigh Valley, in and around those areas. And leave you with, if you like what we like, just if you like cream ales, if you like Jenny Cream Ale, if you like crushers, if you like dad beers, if you like well-made beers, clean, well-made, tasty beers, because that's what you have here. So there you go. Another review in the books. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff and things. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. You can check me out in those places, social media-wise. Check me out in the podcast world, Beer Massive, Massif. You can just type that in beermassive.com. It'll take you right to our SoundCloud page with all our brewer interviews and all the stuff that we had from the past and some new stuff coming in the future, or any of your kind of podcasting outlets, whether it be, iTunes, Stitcher, all that kind of fun stuff, Google Play. Check it out. Lots of stuff to be heard there in the audio format world. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice cream ale right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.